Hey, welcome to this afternoon's beer review, which is literally a take two. Luckily, I hadn't opened the beer yet because I was still yammering on about pineapple in Hawaii, and I probably will yammer on about it again. It's going to be a quick review because I'm tired and because, well, I got it for the sake of completionists. I know some people don't consider Kona Brewing to be a local beer company, but it's close enough for government work, in my opinion. So this is Gold Cliff IPA from Kona Brewing, Aloha series, made with real tropical pineapple, says here. And this is actually a pretty heavy IPA at 7.2. This was bottled back on April 25th, and it is now the end of June. It is June 28th. So it's actually kind of at the edge of freshness there. So it says real tropical pineapple, and that started me on an entire rant about, well, let me read the label first here. Share the thrill with our Gold Cliff IPA, bold yet easygoing, brewed with real refreshing pineapple. Dive in. On Lanai, not far from the island's first pineapple fields, sorry, my eyes are blurry. Kaunolu Cove welcomes adventurous snorkelers and daring cliff divers alike. So, I was starting to rant when my camera froze up, because I have multiple processes running in the background here, about the fact that when, here in Hawaii, we're kind of known for growing pineapple, and yeah, there is a part of, Lanai used to grow a lot of pineapples. They don't really grow pineapples now. It's kind of a tourism-focused island. But there still are patches on the island, which grow pineapple in large fields. And honestly, it's more for the tourist trade at this point, being that the largest, field area is sort of in like the Dole Plantation, which is kind of a little tourist trap. As tourist traps go, it's actually kind of one that I visited as a local, more for the fact that it's got like actual fresh pineapple there, and there's a huge hedge maze, and I like hedge mazes. I'm weird, yes, I know. But anyways, it always struck me that pineapple, papaya, banana, these are things that grow very easily in Hawaii and are actually farmed in Hawaii on an artisan sort of basis. But when you go to the store, it is cheaper to go and purchase a fresh pineapple grown in the Philippines, a fresh bunch of bananas grown in Nicaragua, and it just strikes me how crazy it is in our economy that it is cheaper to go and ship a bunch of bananas or a pineapple thousands of miles, either by boat or plane, and sell it someplace where it grows, literally, it grows out of the ground. Literally, it's very easy. You can go in my yard. Well, my soil's a little bit sandy, but, go in my yard, grab some bunch of soil, stick a pineapple crown in there, and pineapple will naturally just kind of pop up. Granted, it'll be a little bit on the tart side and small, because, it requires a certain type of soil to really get big and sweet. That's the red soil. But bananas, same thing. You can kind of just go and get like a banana stem and stick it in the ground and come up and have your own bunch of bananas. And it just strikes me how crazy it is that it's just cheaper. And, well, if you want to have a discussion about that, what's the term I'm looking for? Economy or something. Economies of scale make it cheaper to go and ship fruit thousands of miles to some place where it grows naturally and have it be cheaper. I don't know. Sounds kind of like how, in communism, it was cheaper to go and buy the loaf of bread than to buy the flour because of setting price. It just sounds like, really, the entire ship, all the crew, all that gas, it's really cheaper to go do that like that? I don't know. I really don't know. Okay, so that was 5 minutes of me ranting. Let me get to the beer. Just been outside the refrigerator for like nigh on 15 minutes at this point. So, this is a clear golden orange with a thick to fluffy white head. It's sort of dissipating quickly. And that is redolent of... It doesn't smell like too much on the fruity side. It smells more like a classic Northwestern style. You know, a bit more pine tree and grapefruit oriented, with just a hint of sort of stewed pineapple on top, you know. It doesn't smell like fresh pineapple, it smells like canned pineapple, which is what I call kind of stewed pineapple, canned pineapple. Pineapple has been cooked and rendered, so it has a little bit more of a caramelized kind of smell to it. And those of you who've had fresh pineapple know how different it smells and tastes compared to canned pineapple. There are some hints of fresh pineapple there, but definitely kind of and it might just be the malting, so I can't slam it too hard. Let's just go and get onto the palate already. Well, the nose is pretty interesting. On the palate, it's kind of disappointing. You have some orange / grapefruit zest in the front. You have some drying hops in the finish that sort of meshes with sweetness, residual sweetness. Then you have some higher notes of pineapple, but it's almost imperceptible. It comes across as a little bit on the flatter side. And definitely could have used a little bit more residual sugar in the malting. It leans a little bit too much towards the hops, to the point where where the finish is almost tannic at points in its astringency. That sort of higher smell note of pineapple is most present in the front and in the mids. And there's some stewed fruity notes in the finish, but not all that much overall. All in all, well, it's not boozy or oily. It is fairly heavy. It's just, you know, it's not bad, but it's just a little bit too heavy to kind of drink and forget, and yet a little bit too simple and not well balanced enough to kind of drink and savor, if you can get what I'm saying here. You know, it's not a beer you're just going to pound and talk with friends. At the same time, it's not a beer you're going to drink for the sake of experiencing the beer. Probably get you, goes down easy enough, and at 7.2 ABV, it'll probably get you where you need to go quickly, if you're that kind of person. Which I am at certain times, but not always. So, Gold Cliff IPA from Kona Brewing. Sort of, well, it's a heavy IPA, not very interesting, it's not bad, but not well executed either. And the that was your beer review, which was actually 5 minutes about me ranting about pineapples and bananas in the beginning for a bit. Okay, so cheers. I really need to get a better camera, don't I? I need to go and professionalize. I need to professionalize this after how many years? You know what I mean?